श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी भरनौ रघुवर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। We start with singing the Vibhishana Gita. सौरज धीरज तेहि रथ चाका सत्यशील दृढ़ ध्वजा पताका। बल विवेक दम परहित घोरे क्षमा कृपा समता रजु जोरे। So the first, Bhagwan describes the two wheels, and these are the two wheels of Sauraj and Dheeraj. Sauraj means courage. Dheeraj means fortitude. This way we remember. The best way of learning is as we learned in the earlier classrooms. That's the best way to remember. This very Sauraj and Dheeraj, if we have to understand in today our modern language, or you say modern corporate language, or modern student or youth language, to start off any work to reach towards our goal, first of all, we require confidence. Is it not? If you do not have the confidence and you start with first saying, it cannot be done, it is difficult, which means we lack confidence. So what we require is confidence, and fortitude is there when there is perseverance. Which means till we reach our goal, we pursue and don't stop till we reach our goal. So confidence and perseverance. These two are the qualities essential to reach our goal. So first of all, most people don't start any work, do not even take the first step because of the if and buts that they can put in their life as far as the situations of the world are concerned. And when it comes to ourselves, I give you one exercise to be practiced from tonight till tomorrow evening. Try to notice how many times, for whatever reason, your best of minds uses the word I can't. It is difficult. It is impossible. Make a note of it. How many times you use this word vocally and how many times you use it in your mind. Because then it's a workshop. Then you actually see it for yourself. Not because it's told, we will forget it. But when we directly experience it, we will remember. When does this thought, I can't, come to our mind? When we do not have confidence in ourselves. Therefore, Gurudev used to say, Swami Vivekananda said, so have the Upanishads also. In the Bhagavad Gita, many a times Krishna has said, arise, awake. Get up and start your work, but with conviction. Krita Nishchaya. So if we keep our mind on our goal and think that it has to be achieved, not that can it be achieved, cannot be achieved, can I do it, can I not do it, like the monkeys. Huh? Everybody was measuring their strength, and when you measure your own strength logically, you know what you can do and what you cannot do. But we surprise ourselves when we see beyond our own limitations and that the goal has to be reached, then we will find a way to achieve it. It's not that everything I have to do and that everything I can do. But there are many things that we can do, but we do not have the confidence in ourselves. And therefore, keep your mind to the goal. If you do not have faith in yourself and your ability, have faith in God, in nature, that has given you an opportunity or a situation in life, or even a goal, or even a purpose, or even a responsibility. I'd love to share with all of you that after COVID, when the first lockdown was over, and I had to start my journey immediately, the first place I went to was Siddhabadi. The second time, the lockdown happened, and you know what a calamity that was when the second wave of COVID came. First wave of COVID, everybody said we don't know what to do. Nobody was coming forth. Everybody was insecure. All understandable. But when the second phase came, there was no such thing as whether we can do, whether we should do, whether we should not do. And when we spread the word around, because of the online programs that we had, and the most wonderful thing that happened during that time, where most people around the world keep on thinking, companies will collapse, we can't do this, nothing can happen, how can this happen, how can that happen? Many people sit and just talk about it, and they were hoarding toilet papers around the world. Very few people were out there trying to do something about it and also feeling that something has to be done. Others were too busy sending out philosophical WhatsApp messages that the world has changed. Yeah. When the Delta wave hit in 1 week, just 1 week, we sent out messages, and from our Chinmaya family around the world, in 1 week, we were able to raise 7 crores, which has never happened before. Yeah. And the beauty was, within 7 days, we dispatched it through our network to wherever it was necessary. Whichever organization was doing good work, we managed to reach out to them. Yeah. And we were more happy about that than anything else. I go to Siddhabadi, meet our village women, and they are, for the first time after almost 1.5 years of lockdown, social distancing, etc., they met me on the mountain so that there would be social distancing and all that. And when we heard their story, I would think corporates around the world, centers around the world, our own centers also, and all the CEOs that are trustees, and when some of them were present, we were amazed to see what these village women had done. Just think in your mind that our COD work, Chinmaya Organization of Rural Development, works in the most remote, the most rural villages whose probably income, even a month, would not be 1,000 or 2 or so. And these people depend upon their farming or their local. And where there is no communication, seeds can't reach, fertilizers would not be able to reach, etc. Plus, there would be no income. If these 1,000 villages would have perished, it would not be because of the virus directly, it would be because of economic restraints. That was the condition. And if these 1,000 villages vanished, none of us would know or even care about it. Yeah? In these most rural villages, where income is hardly a few 1,000 rupees, and generally there'll be a one-person income, and if that also goes away, they would have starved to death within a few weeks. And there, no help comes that easily. Nobody would come to know also. How much do you think that these village women would be able to raise? Just think a finger in your mind. Thousands, lakhs, whatever. Can you even imagine a crore? Where corporates are not ready to give anything, nobody knows that they exist also. How would they be able to raise? They're not on social media platforms. Would it be possible for them to save 1,000 villages, a group of 10 or 15 women, or maybe even less? Think about it. Think of a figure. Can anybody tell me? Anybody guess? 5 lakhs? How much? 50 lakhs? You think they can raise 50 lakhs? Any one of your center raise for me 50 lakhs? Any one of your center. Raise for me 15 lakhs. How much do you think? To save 1,000 villages, 1 lakh? Each village maybe have 50 or 100 people or 200 people, whatever. Just a bunch of 5 or 10 women. Internationally, Chinmaya mission with all you multi-billionaires, and from abroad mainly, 7 crores, right? These village women raised 18 crores. One common thing is, and when I stood there in total awe of what they have done, and not through donations, 18 crores saved the lives of 100,000 people, let us say. Can you imagine? And you ask them, this is what we have learned from Gurudev. And many of them have not even met Gurudev. This is what we have learned from God, Chinmaya Mission. They did not think whether it is possible or not possible. They know we have to make it possible, and they found a way. This is called as Sauraj. And with no contact from the cheap mobile phones, with the credibility that they have built over the years through their micro-banking, have raised loans which are 100% returned. Not only that, they've saved the lives of so many people. Can you imagine how much must be the productivity that took place that contributed to the nation's finance economics also? Think about it. This is called as confidence. And how does this confidence come? When we take a sense of responsibility. Let us study any corporate course on management and talk about these multi-billionaires who run such companies. If there's any case history, it's our cod woman that should be taken up on success. How many of the highly educated people, even in their own personal life, can raise 18 crores for themselves and their family within few months? How many ifs and buts we put in our life? But look at their confidence. From where did their confidence come? From what they have worked over the years? The confidence that they have built. But more of it is that lives have to be saved. Who's going to take responsibility of it? There's no question of whether I can do it or not. It has to be done. When that spirit is there, that is called as Swaraj. And they did not give up. How often all of us listen and say, oh, 2 people did not donate, 3 people did not donate. And then we say, oh, this cannot be done. No, so many sevaks don't come. Nobody's got enthusiasm. Nobody's going to do this. How many ifs and buts we do because of the lack of confidence. But the fact that we have got that opportunity, we must think that I have a responsibility. And then we don't think about ifs and buts, I can or I cannot. When the thought is, it has to be done. And when I think it has to be done, then I will find a way of doing it and surprise my own self that what I could not even imagine I could do, I make it possible. And don't give up till you reach the goal. This is called as perseverance. Whatever discouragement comes, but it has to be achieved. And it's not that these qualities are not there in everybody in their family life, because also of that only that they are successful. Otherwise, even that is not possible. When all committees used to meet during the war time of the Ramayana, that Sushen has to be brought from the fortress of Lanka. Everybody had a committee meeting. Guruji used to joke and say committee's definition he used to get from books, from these joke books. He says committee means made up of individuals who think they cannot do anything and come to the conclusion collectively that nothing can be done. Yeah? Therefore, committee in Hindi means kaam mitti. Have you seen how much the discussions always is, Babu, this cannot be done, that cannot be done, how can this be done? How can this be done also is very rare. Basically it is, I cannot do it and nobody else can do it, or maybe because I can't do it, I don't allow anybody else to do it also. Yeah? But how much do we limit our own potential? When we have faith in God, nature's law, and what we have with our upbringing, education, our own talent that we have brought with us, the skills that we have developed. And if we don't have the skills, if we know it has to be done, we will develop the skills to make it possible. This is what Bhagwan says, that the chariot of sheer victory has first these 2 wheels: confidence and perseverance. Stop not till you reach your goal. And when you are determined, you will find a way. Just as these village women did it. It is not impossible. And yet, you will see even after listening to this, how many times, whether in your discussions, whether in your own mind, and even now while you're listening to me, is Swamiji bluffing? Village woman? But our God people are here. Yeah. Mr. Narendra, others are all here. Ask them. Is there in our newsletter? Yeah. Another thing is we can get inspiration from people that if they can do it, so can I. Listening to this, we should not think, oh, they did it. This is impossible. How could they have done it? But if they can do it, surely I can do it. When that thought is there, there's nothing impossible. And perseverance also means patience. Sometimes the success is just round the corner and we give up. Therefore, it is said, stop not till you reach your goal. It's not that obstacles didn't come in Hanumanji's way. When he had to go and bring Sanjeevani also, everybody said, logically, really speaking, how can it be possible for anybody to bring it? Even the fastest aircraft cannot reach at that time and come back. Even Hanumanji didn't know that he's got that ability. But Ram kaj karibe ko atur. Keep that always in the mind, that we are here to serve one who has served millions. How did he make it possible? Today with his name, we can make anything possible. And that confidence when we have, then there is nothing that we cannot achieve. Not any individual present cannot achieve. If these 4 or 5 women of the village, not even the instructors, they will tell it themselves, took up their sense of responsibility to do it, something that we would consider impossible. Even in the metropolitan cities, if they want to build a center of 2 or 3 crore rupees, even that they cannot raise. Why? Because what you believe in becomes your reality. Have faith in God. Have faith in the Guru. Have faith in the knowledge of the scriptures. Have faith in those who have done it, and their example is there in front of us. Have faith in what we have been given an opportunity. And we are never given an opportunity until and unless nature, God feels that you can do it. It's said about problems also. If problems come to us, it comes after God has given us the ability to face them. The Sauraj Dhiraj Tehi Rath Chaka. Somebody will say, I have confidence, but patience I'm lacking. Because I want it now. That's why one man went up to the priest and said, everything around me is collapsing. My business is gone. My job is gone, which I took up afterwards. My wife is leaving me. My children are upset with me. Now the wife must have gone for confession and told the priest everything. Yeah? So the priest said, that's because you are very impatient. He said, but how should I get patience? He said that, well, what will the priest tell him? He said, go, kneel down, pray. Pray to God that give me patience. So he goes there, prays in front of in front of God, and then says, oh God, give me patience, but give me right now. Don't think that you don't do it. What is your arti? Bhakta jano ke channa mein dur kare. For years we create a problem for ourselves, and then Bhagwan in a minute, not minute, with a blink of an eye, should you do it for us, So Bhagwan ke saath bhi impatience. And that's why we lose faith in God also. There's a saying, Bhagwan ke ghar mein andher nahi, na? But I will say, der bhi nahi hai, der to hum mein hai. Yeah? We just need to go and ask. And that moment we get it. Take the first step. The remaining 100 steps or 1,000 steps, Bhagwan only takes and shows the way. This is the confidence that Bhagwan is talking about. Sauraja, Dhiraja, Tehiratha Chaka. Another way of developing confidence in yourself, your children, look back and see what all you have achieved, what you thought you would not achieve as a child, as a youth, etc. And what were those qualities because of which you achieved it? And you will notice those who have got these virtues, they will be confident. Virtues we all have. But when our negative thinking overpowers or is more than our virtues, such people may make a big show like the peacock, but they lack confidence. And in life, to achieve anything, and especially on the spiritual path. Now, all sitting here are in the mission first and foremost for our spiritual development and inspired by the spiritual knowledge, isn't it? But which one of us here has not repeated this word that, I want the truth, I want to realize, but I don't think so it's possible in this life. It has passed through your mind also or not? How can we walk the path of knowledge and meditation if we do not even have that confidence? When the Upanishad says, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. And when we've had such an Acharya, such a Guru, to think that in this life we cannot realize the truth. It's not an insult to yourself only, it's an insult to our Guru. It's an insult to God. Have that faith. Then that Shraddha drives us, that it is possible. I remember when I was in Sandipani as a brahmachari, studying there. That time Swami Tejavendra Guruji was our course acharya. And Gurudev was having a camp on meditation in Pavai Ashram. Very rare Pavai Ashram used to have camps those days. And evening was 6th chapter of the Gita. The whole topic was meditation. And these people had come to the camp of meditation to listen to such a great master. And Gurudev would emphasize, like we have done also now in this, that after I speak, you must have discussion groups. Even in the camp, and then later on, the study groups, which are supposed to be discussion group, not another lecture group where somebody becomes a guru and starts lecturing everybody. People like to listen to lecture because they don't want to think. But our study groups are supposed to be discussion groups. Even if we falter, we say some rubbish at that time. Rubbish means in the sense something illogical or our own ideas. But in the discussion, when that friction takes place, then only the spark of understanding takes place. So you would emphasize that we have discussion group. Now, because I was already running discussion groups before I came as a Yuva Kendra, so Guruji told me, you tell, and the brahmacharis were getting the first experience of, taking a discussion group. But if there's a brahmachari present, everybody says, brahmachari ji, aap boliye, you tell. So I was told to just go and supervise all the groups. I went into each of these groups. We are here listening to Gurudev on Kaivalya Upanishad, 6th chapter of the Gita, where Gurudev is talking about meditation, taking us through guided meditation in the morning, and every discussion group, like any committee or any group, committee means a group, it's not some organization only, were sitting and discussing how meditation is so difficult and how they are not fit for meditation, and really meditation for grahasthas is not possible, family people with so many problems and all that. And then I heard that our brahmachari, they were students at that time. So they were also saying, we brahmacharis only find difficult. How can you grahasthas do it? I don't know, both of them were encouraging each other or discouraging each other. So there were 10 study groups or discussion groups. I went through all of them. I was quiet because I was supposed to be just an observer. I would brief later on our brahmacharis or whatever it is. But I was listening till last group. There was time. So I sat down in the group. I said, let me hear. At least the last can be the best. Everybody saying that. Those days we didn't know the word depression. Now they would say it'd be depressing to hear that. No? Then they turned towards me, which I was not supposed to participate in the discussion. And they turned towards me and they said, Brahmachari ji, aap boliye. You tell. So I started off with just one statement. I said, whether God or Guru would teach us meditation if we were not fit for it. There are billions of people out there where at least you took the initiative to come here. Don't you have the faith that if you were not fit for it, you would neither be here, nor interested, nor would you get a chance to listen to such a great Mahatma? Suddenly their whole attitude changed. Don't have faith in yourself, at least have faith in the Guru. Have faith in the Lord. Otherwise what? He is just to impress you that he is speaking away. If he didn't think that you can do it, why would he be teaching you? No? And he's also pointing out the methodology to prepare yourself for it. Now, if you don't do it, then we say, it's not practical for us. So how do we build confidence in our group, our team, our committee, our board members, our children, our colleagues? First and all, make them think about the positive. Think on how to achieve it, not whether we can achieve it or not. All the time, Hanumanji achieved it because there was no question of whether I can achieve it or not. It just has to be done. Yeah? So this is what Bhagwan is talking about, because these two wheels are important. If that is not there, remaining everything else is meaningless. Every discussion is meaningless. Every endeavor is meaningless if we do not have the confidence that it can be done, first of all. The goal can be reached. Then the second is that I and my team can do it. And if at this moment we feel that we cannot do it, there's no question of we will not do it. We have to find out how we can develop and we can do it. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.